Pete, with us, we have this great big gray box. People saying, what in the world is that? This is a shortwave radio. Tell us about it.
Well, this is a shortwave radio that I bought just a few years ago. And when we got here to do the program today, I had them phone and asked what frequency the station was on, and they gave it to me. And it's a phenomenal signal. I've never heard a signal this strong from the Middle East, and much less anywhere else that we've traveled. It is incredible.
Now, this is the first day that Angel number 5 is officially on the air.
Right. We've done some testing, but Doug Garlinger has been up there in Maine. We're going to be talking to him in just a few seconds. And they've been doing some testing, but this is the first full day of broadcasting.
Well, this is amazing because we've had other signals come here to the North Europe and also to some of the Middle East. And we've picked it up sketchily just once in a while, but this is one of the clearest signals that we've ever picked up.
It's unbelievable. Now, you may feedback a little bit if I turn it up real loud, but everyone in the group that I've had the radio on for, they've said, well, you know, okay. I said, well, that's from South Bend, Indiana, via satellite to Bangor, Maine, via shortwave to Jerusalem, Israel. It's absolutely incredible.
That is incredible. And I believe that Doug is right now with us from the state of Maine. Doug, are you there?
Yes, I am, Steve.
Hello, Doug. How are things in Maine?
Well, things are going very well, and I'm so pleased to hear that Angel 5 is coming in that well there in Jerusalem. You know, we went on the air this morning at 5 a.m. Israel time, and that's Sunday, February the 15th, and of course that's in commemoration of Dr. Sumrall's 85th birthday. And, you know, this is another step in his vision to win 1 million souls and to preach the gospel to the entire world. Now, right now, this particular broadcast from Jerusalem is being carried on our 13 television transmitters in the United States and all 5 of our World Harvest Radio shortwave transmitters. We're also carrying the signal on 2 satellite transponders and on the internet. So, now, for me personally, this broadcast is one of the most rewarding moments of my entire broadcast career, and I'm just so pleased to be a part of it. And as I was watching the pictures from Jerusalem a little bit ago, you showed that the tour group was at the Church of All Nations, located just outside the old city there at the Garden of Gethsemane. And it occurred to me that right now LeSEA is, and you, Steve, are preaching the gospel to all the nations of the world from Jerusalem. Now, the pictures that we see right now are from the Maine station where I'm located. It's in the center of Maine in Bangor. And interestingly enough, Maine is the closest U.S. state. You'd have to look on a globe to see this, but it's the closest U.S. state to Africa and to the Middle East. So it's a perfect location to be broadcasting the gospel from. And so with the addition of Angel 5, we're helping to fulfill the Great Commission of Mark 16:15, where go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every living creature. Now, Steve, already this morning we've had reception reports from Europe, from Africa, even from New Zealand, as well as several locations in the United States and Canada. And when we first went on the air testing a couple of weeks ago, we immediately received an excellent report from the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. That's just off the coast of Madagascar in Africa. And what you see there is the final tube of this 500 kilowatt transmitter. And there I am with you, Steve, and Pete when you were here in December, and we give you a good view of the station. This tube costs $140,000, so hopefully we won't have to replace that for a while. This is a 500 kilowatt transmitter, and when it goes into the antenna, the effective radiated power is 60 million watts ERP, which can be directed directly at the parts of Africa that we want to broadcast to, or to the Middle East. And it's just a phenomenal addition to the family of shortwave transmitters that we have. You know, we've been on the air now for 12 years. Angel 1 went on the air in 1985 on Christmas Day to cover South America and the Caribbean. We added Angel 2 in 1987 to cover Europe. And then in 1993, also on Christmas Day, we went on the air with Angel 3 to cover Asia, China, Japan, and we added Angel 4 in 1997, just 6 months ago, to cover Australia, New Zealand, and the islands of the South Pacific. So I'm very excited today, Steve, to be broadcasting from WHRA here in Greenbush, Maine.
we want to impress upon the people when we talk about a 500,000 watt transmitter, the EPA being 60 million watts of power, from the island of Hawaii, the big island, to China, we just used 12.5 million watts. 12.5 million watts to hit the whole of China. And here we are using 60 million watts of power from Turkey right on through the Mediterranean, right on through the whole continent of Africa. And it is absolutely amazing with clarity that we are picking up this great signal off of Angel number 5. I hold in my hand, Doug, and I'm sure you can see it there up there in Maine, a couple of faxes that have just come to us. One is from Nigeria, and from Nigeria they say, "Greetings in the name of Jesus." My name, he gives his name from a special Delta state of Nigeria, and he tells how old he is, and he says, "This is a test report, and I just got it," and he gives the time, just a day or so ago, and he gives what time it was. The frequency was 9,400 millihertz, and gives what kind of the program we had on the air, and he says, "I love to monitor your station, and I pray that God will assist you in carrying His word of the Lord Jesus Christ." Then down at the bottom he said, "Thanks a million." Well, we want to thank you a million times for being there to listen. And then this is from the little country of Malawi. From Malawi, and he says, "I wish to respond to the call on World Harvest Radio that began broadcasting just on the test broadcast, and I want to thank you for the encouraging words, and especially into the nation of Malawi." And so we want to thank these different faxes that we have received and the reception ports coming in. And Doug, it is amazing that we can broadcast to the world now, safely saying, to 100% of the world. Now, in time past, we couldn't say that, but now we can safely say that 100% of the globe can pick up one of our World Harvest Radio signals.
Yeah, from Indiana before, we could get into Africa, to North Africa, and to Southern Africa occasionally, but we weren't able to get in there with the kind of signal that we wanted to on a regular basis. That was also true of the Middle East. You know, during the Gulf War, we received many, many letters from servicemen stationed in Saudi Arabia, but this was something that didn't happen on a regular basis. With this transmitter from Greenbush, Maine, we're going to be able to solidly get into the Arab nations, to all of Africa. It's a very, very exciting thing, and as you said, we can safely say now that our broadcast can be heard by 100% of the population.
All right, well, Doug, it sure is good to hear your voice with clarity all the way from the state of Maine here in Jerusalem, and then, of course, us then broadcasting back the signal from the Middle East all really to the whole of North America and, of course, around the world by shortwave radio. And thank you, Doug, for your input and from your help there in the state of Maine.
Well, thank you very much, and you guys have a safe trip home with the tour group.
All right, thank you.